I wish someone would have told me that this moment wouldn't last forever, that every good thing comes to an end. But just because the moment passes doesn't mean we can't find ways to relive it. Oh hey, thank you for clicking on this YouTube video. For those that don't know me, this is me, EJ. Don't ask about the haircut. Ever since I was younger, I always hated taking pictures. Now I thought that my dislike towards photos stemmed from seeing myself as more of a live in the moment kind of person. But the reality is, I just don't like taking photos because it's annoying. You need the right angle, the right lighting, or else you'll be stuck taking the same photo again and again and again and again. I had to borrow this yearbook from Darnell, but right here is me, and there is Darnell. And this is our post-graduation lunch photo, and this right here is Miguel. Now that I'm older, I realize that pictures capture the current moment and emotions, ones that you'll never be able to experience quite the same again. I think that's why I've slowly gravitated towards documenting everything, because the pictures and videos I take become this digital scrapbook that will live on the internet forever. And that role would prove vital for this next adventure.
3, 2, 1.
San Francisco, where's your disco?
So, night before the marathon, it is currently 11, very tired. Who's gonna carry the boats? Me. So yeah, we had a pretty long day today. Drove all the way to San Francisco, and then we're currently just going through the entire spread for tomorrow. We got all the gels, we got all the sodium, we got all the breakfast stuff. Very tired. Gotta wake up in 4. We gotta wake up at 3:30.
Can you check how long it takes to get to no break?
Current situation is that we have to be up really early to get to the starting point for the marathon. So at the very least, a couple hours of sleep. Okay, take two, because my microphone died last night while we were recording. So it is currently 3:05. We're getting ready for the San Francisco Marathon. All we got last night was practically a nap. Feeling pretty good right now. The morning nerves haven't quite hit yet because my brain hasn't woken up yet. Time to drown myself in electrolytes. Giselle, can you take a picture of us?
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I'm freaking out already. Literally panicking right now. It is almost 3:30 and the bus leaves at 4:05 and we needed to leave 10 minutes ago. I'm crashing out right now. Yep, here we go. We're running. Running a marathon. Yeah, San Francisco Marathon.
Oh, it's gonna be such a good time.
It'll be crazy. I'm gonna get lost. They're not gonna find me.
I hope the day clears up as we run now.
I am completely disassociating.
We've made it onto the bus for the San Francisco Marathon. And nervous energy, it's there. I was still waiting for someone to ask me who's gonna carry the boats. I haven't been asked yet. But, oh, thanks. Me. 26.2 miles coming right at you. There's gonna be a boat at every mile, and I'm gonna carry every single one of them on my back.
3, 2, 1.
All right, so we're finally off the bus, and we are at the porta potty. With the start being so close, we felt like we were on top of the world, that we were unstoppable, as long as we're not late to the start line. Pretty nervous, still tired. Right now, haven't slept. You hear that? Just don't be late. All right, so update, we're still in the porta potty line. They already started. Don't be late. So I started my Strava already, so we're about to put mileage down in the toilet, and after that, put mileage down. Porta potties were a success. We made it. We almost were late, but we made it to our corral. Despite all the minor setbacks of the morning and barely sleeping for 2 days, we finally made it. All that preparation and training led us to this very moment. Armed with an unbreakable will to finish, we were ready. And now, the real work starts. Now, before we get into the marathon itself, I figured it's only fair for me to tell you why I joined in the first place, because it's a pretty simple but funny story. You see, what happened was Miguel had actually joined the San Francisco Marathon last summer, and because he knew that Darnell has a little bit of history with long distance running, he asked him if he wants to run. Now obviously they said yes, and they both joined up at the same time, but meanwhile I wasn't so much into running, but something inside of me told me that I should join. So what did I do? 2 months before the marathon, and one night before Darnell's wedding, I had told them that I had signed up for the San Francisco Marathon too. Now their reaction was, it was met with a little bit of skepticism, because obviously the marathon is 2 months away. They've been training for a year. How am I going to be ready in 2 months to run 26.2 miles knowing that I've never done long distance running in my life? But knowing that I've already bought the ticket and spent the money, there was no going back. So like any other good optimistic athlete, I started training and really put it all on the line. For 2 months straight, I was running almost every day, or at least every day I could, and I was putting down a lot of miles. That means I was going through a lot of suffering and a lot of learning the expedited way. I also decided not to hire any coaches or use any running apps. I just went out of it by pure instinct. However, I did consult someone during my entire prep, and that was Ken. He had some experience running, he ran a triathlon, and right now he's actually in Ironman prep, so he was my best source for information. And in some kind of twisted fate, Ken actually decided to run with us during the marathon the night before. He literally texted us at 8 p.m. saying, "I will be there, I'm just finishing up at the gym." This was the night before the marathon. I also figured it would be really helpful to have some goals written down, and the only thing that I had written down this entire prep was to finish. Literally just get my body over the finish line no matter what it takes. At any means necessary, just finish. And then for things to avoid during the marathon, well, I have a history of cramping, so I decided that the only thing that I want to avoid was cramping during the race. But anyway, marathon time, baby, let's go.
3, 2, 1.
Mile 1, Mile 2, Mile 3, we're almost there to the Golden Gate Bridge. Mile 4, I have the metaphorical boat. It's in my back left pocket. Anybody needs it, let me know. Mile 5, Mile 7, Mile 8, Mile 9, Mile 10, Mile 11, Mile 12, Mile 13, Mile 14, Mile 15.
More than halfway through the marathon, and I was on an absolute runner's high. My legs were super fresh and I was ready to keep going. Confidence was through the roof that we are gonna finish.
Mile 16, the legs are definitely starting to burn. So I kept this in my back pocket as a secret weapon. I haven't been listening to music this entire time. Let's put some tunes. Mile 17, Mile 18.
At this point, I was pushing into unknown territory because I had not run more than a half marathon during my prep. My legs were burning, I was a little short of breath, but I knew that deep down, I could still go. That no matter what would happen, I can push through any problem or any pain mentally. And then it happened.
This is what I was worried about. I'm cramping. It's mile 19.3. Oh my goodness. This hurts.
Despite properly hydrating with electrolytes and water, plus taking gels every 30 minutes with salt tabs, I still managed to cramp. The doubts started to creep into my mind. Everybody's saying that 2 months was not enough time to prepare for a marathon, that I don't have any experience being a marathon runner, that the chances of me not finishing was higher than me actually finishing. Someone even asked me what I'll do if I don't finish the marathon. I guess we'll never know.
But we gotta keep going. We're literally so close. I gotta dig deep. I gotta dig really, really deep. Mile 20. Oh man. I am feeling it. I'm still pushing. 6.2 miles left. We're almost there. We're less than 6 miles away. I've done that. I've done 6 miles. It's just another day. Let's go. Mile 21. My left quad feels like it's about to tear off the bone with how bad this cramp is. I just keep on drinking electrolytes. And I just keep on pushing. One foot in front of the other, right?
I had to slow my pace down a little bit because I knew that I was one step away from getting leg locked, but I kept on pushing through. No matter how painful it was, I knew that this is a make or break it moment, that there's no way that I'm not finishing this marathon.
It's the last mile. Last mile. We're doing this.
When the going gets tough, the tough get going. That's what life is about. How many punches you can take and still get up. Because life won't ask you for something when you have everything. It'll wait. It'll wait till the moment you've given everything. Every single ounce of your being. That's when life will come knocking at your door, asking you what you got. And in that moment, you'll learn just how much more you can give.
Last 200. This is for everyone that says you can't do it. No, you can do it. As long as you put your mind to it, believe in yourself, and just remember, do something challenging, do something exciting, and go get some fucking sun.
Life is deceptively short. Like a marathon, the distance between the start and the finish is seemingly endless at the beginning. Starting with only the end in mind, you rush, failing to savor the moments that we only get to experience for the first time once. However, the longer you travel the path, the faster the end grows, nearer and nearer, until you ultimately realize that the race went by. You're done. So what's the point then? Why even start? Why go through all the pain, the ups, the downs, if all of it ends finishing alone? Well, that's the thing. You're never alone. Life is full of people traveling their own paths, and every now and then you meet people going the same direction as you. Some would call them race mates, others, friends. People you are entwined with for life, to share the excitement, the pain, the struggle, and ultimately, the celebration. That's what life is about. And that's why pictures are so important. Because just like the medal you receive at the end of the race, the pictures you capture immortalize the memories you make forever, ready to be shared with the world. And all it took was 26.2 miles for me to learn this lesson.